All right, today we're going to be talking about optimizing alternate content for search results, or I guess you could call this optimizing for universal search as well. Some of the benefits of your alternate content, being photos, videos, podcasts, that kind of thing, is that you command greater SERP or search engine results page real estate. You can see here in this screenshot, like having a couple images or videos show up alongside your regular listing can really eat up a lot of search results page, which means other people aren't going to get the clicks that you are. It's excellent for online reputation management, and that's generally a concept where, say you've got a product listing or even your own personal listing or info about your company, you want to own as much of the real estate in the search results page for those branded queries as possible. And so optimizing this other kind of content can help you do that. Leveraging your unique content, maybe your business or just even your own personality. You aren't the type who's going to sit down and write, but you take pictures, you like to do video, maybe you like to talk, do podcasts, presentations, that kind of thing. Now you can, putting a few tips into effect, you can get those things into the results page as well. And then, of course, if your images or other or videos are showing up in search results, you could take users directly to where they want to go rather than having them hunt around your site for the content. So some key pointers you should walk away with. File names need to match the content. We'll talk about that. Optimizing the HTML to provide contextual clues for your non-text content. Make sure it's crawlable by search engines. Use proper formatting. Leveraging attributes and using syndication and distribution channels to get your content out there. So first tip is file names. So match the name of the file to the content. And right here's a picture of my dog Hank, and he's got a beer sitting in front of him there at Amnesia Brewing, one of my favorite places to go in the summer. Anyway, the camera itself spit out a file name of dsc0103.jpg, and if I was to post it up and search for dsc0103.jpg, this would probably come up, along with everybody else who's never put a real title on their photo file name. So, if you were to use something more like beer loving dog, you might be able to get a chance to have that image show up for beer loving dog in search results. So adding some keywords and not stuffing definitely can help by describing the image, and you'll get some keywords in there as well. Next tip would be optimizing the HTML. So providing context for the images, video, etc. that you're posting on your site. So you can see here this page from REI. I think I searched for some kind of hiking boot, and this image came up in the search results. So I took a look at the page to see what they had done, and you can see that all the various elements are optimized for the same term. So there's hiking boots in the title, there's hiking boots in the breadcrumb, there's hiking boots in the H1, there's hiking boots in the description at the bottom, and I'm sure the file name is hiking boots as well. I like to look at other big sites like YouTube, etc., to see basically how they do it, and you can kind of see some of the same things here. So for the term space shuttle launch, which was actually that very first screenshot at the top of the presentation, this image came up, or this video came up in search results, so I took a look at what they did. The person who uploaded this video titled the video Space Shuttle Launch, and the description had the word Space Shuttle Launch in it. The headline on the page was coded for Space Shuttle Launch, and so you can see this page is actually coded for proper formatted HTML with the unique or alternate content embedded rather than being the entire page. You see that a lot with Flash, where people will make an entire page and the navigation Flash rather than embedding a Flash movie into an HTML page. So using properly formatted HTML helps, and then the UGC or user-generated content between the related videos and the comments that people leave down below. You can see how if the page is being freshened up every so often when people are leaving comments, etc., it helps to keep that page fresh. One thing you might also consider is doing things like text transcripts for videos and podcasts. That can be pretty useful and actually pretty cheap as well, and really give search engines something to actually index. So make sure it's crawlable. Don't exclude robots from crawling your images directory via robots.txt. That should be a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many people have their images directory blocked out. The other one is don't lock up images, and that's just my way of saying don't block search engines from finding those things. So rather than, a lot of people put photo galleries on their sites, and they embed them in really neat Flash slideshows, but the problem is there's no pages there for search engines to index. The other thing is like JavaScript pop-outs. You see that for like, product listings, see a larger image, that kind of thing. And people even go through and put descriptive content on those pop-outs, but if you're using JavaScript pop-ups, search engines have a hard time with those. So something to be aware of there. Using proper formatting and file types. So images. JPEG is a photo, a GIF is a graphic, like a logo and that kind of thing. I actually never knew that until I started digging into this for a client of ours. But yeah, anyway, makes sense. Video, provide multiple file types. So there's not just QuickTime. There's all kinds of different file formats, and providing different formats can help not only your individual users and improve the usability there, but search engines as well. And then obviously consider file size. You don't want gigantic files that nobody's going to want to download anyway. And then leveraging the attributes. So alt text and images is an old SEO thing, and obviously a usability and universal accessibility thing. But by providing a good, solid, possibly keyword-loaded description of your images, it's going to give search engines something to a clue as to what's in that image. Video and podcasts and PDFs, there's metadata, so optimizing titles and descriptions and other attributes that are available with those formats is key as well. And obviously, don't keyword stuff. Inspire people to click through. That's really kind of the name of the game while using good descriptive terms. And then finally, my last tip is really about just getting your content out there. And it's become more and more obvious over time. There's YouTube for videos, and there's Flickr and Picasa and things for images. But we use this slide a lot to sort of demonstrate how we can market content for clients and how we can generate more links. But really, the concept is, it's one thing to put an image on your site and hope that it shows up in search results and maybe hope people see it. It's another thing where if you've got some great images out there that you want a lot of people to see, why not take them and put them on Flickr and optimize those pages, make sure there's links back to your site, that kind of thing, to get people, basically get more eyeballs on the things that you're producing. So same holds true with video, etc. YouTube has a much larger user base than your website probably does. And so your video might have a better chance of getting found that way. And so by doing that, allowing people to find it, get more awareness, favorite things, etc., add them to Facebook, all that kind of stuff, you're able to get your message out there. So specifically, if you're regularly producing these kinds of things on your site, you can use RSS and encapsulate your podcasts and videos and that kind of thing. And there's formats for that as well, so you can get that stuff out there, and even submit the feed directly to specific search engines. Format-specific search engines, there's plenty of stuff out there for podcasts and videos, directories, that kind of thing that you should be submitting your content to. Adding your images to Flickr and Picasa, just like I had mentioned, and optimizing those pages. And same with YouTube. It's a great way to expand sort of the visibility and availability of your content so that more and more people can find it and find you. And that's really the name of the game. Good luck.